Welcome back to the second part of my jumbo crochet elephant tutorial. Now we're going to be starting off with the ears, and then after this we'll be doing the tail. So for the ears, we're going to start off with a slip knot. And then we will be chaining 9. Now, starting from the second chain from the hook, we are going to be doing 7 single crochet. Now in that last chain, we are going to be doing 3 single crochet in that chain. So basically an increase, but with an extra stitch added. So after those 3 single crochet, we are going to be doing 6 single crochet in the side of the chain that we didn't crochet in. So we crocheted along one half of the chain, and now we're coming back around through the back of that chain. Now in the last stitch, we are just going to be doing a regular increase. So for round 2, we are going to start off with 1 increase and then 6 single crochet. And now we will be doing 1 increase, 1 single crochet, and 1 increase. And then after that we will be doing 6 single crochet, and then we'll do 1 more increase and then end on 1 single crochet. So for round 3, we're going to start off with 1 single crochet and then do an increase. And then we will be doing 6 single crochet, and after that we will do 1 more increase. Now we're going to do 3 single crochet, and then 1 more increase, and then we'll do 6 single crochet, one more increase, and then we'll end with 2 single crochet. So for this round, we're going to start off with 2 single crochet and then 1 increase. After that increase, we will do 6 single crochet, and then another increase. Now we will be doing 5 single crochet, one increase, six single crochet, one increase, and then 3 single crochet. So for round 5, we are going to start with 3 single crochet and 1 increase. And then we'll do 6 single crochet, so now we're going to do 1 increase and then 7 single crochet. So now we're going to be doing 1 increase, and then another 6 single crochet. Finally, we'll do 1 increase and 4 single crochet. So this is going to be our last round of increasing. And then after this, we will be doing 5 rounds of just single crocheting all around before we fold up the ear. So to start off, we're going to do 4 single crochet, and then 1 increase. Then we're going to do 6 single crochet. Then we'll do 1 increase, and then 9 single crochet. So after that we'll do 1 increase, six single crochet, one increase, and then 5 single crochet to end the round. So for the next 5 rounds, we are going to be doing 38 single crochet in each round. So after completing those 5 rounds, we're going to be doing something a little different in order to close up the ear. So what we're first going to do is going to insert our hook into the next stitch. And we're going to flip our work over and insert our hook into the stitch that is currently on our hook. So the way we do that is put our hook into the next stitch, flip the work around, then we're going to insert our hook into this stitch that we have just created beforehand. And now, like normal, we're going to do 1 single crochet. And for the rest of the round, we're just going to keep on crocheting 2 ends together, and by the time we're done, it should just be folded flat with a line of single crochets on the end. So now we're down to the last 2 stitches. Just going to insert our hook like before and single crochet, and now we're done. So we're going to want to leave quite a long tail just for sewing the ear onto the body. As you can see here, I'm leaving a tail that's about twice as long as the ear is wide. Now once we've measured how long it's going to be, just going to cut it off. There we go. And pull it through. There we go. So we're going to have to repeat that same process for the second ear. I'll see you when I'm done. So first off, we're going to make the magic ring. And we are going to single crochet 4. So now we're going to be doing 4 increase, which means we should be left with 8 single crochet. So for this next round, we are going to be doing 2 rounds of 8 single crochet. So for round 5, we're going to do 3 single crochet and then 1 increase twice. Then for round 6 to 7, we're going to be doing 2 rounds of 10 single crochet. So now, once we've finished that 7th row, we're going to cut off the wool. You're going to want to leave about this much, just so we can sew the tail on later. Put the wool through and pull it. Like before, I'm doing that little V thing that just makes it easier to sew on, but you can just leave it. And now we're going to assemble the elephant. So now we're going to be attaching the elephant ear. So the first step is going to be threading the wool onto our needle. In the basic area of where we want the elephant ear to be is just somewhere just behind the leg, but then also at the top of the leg. Might sound a little bit weird, but that's just where we're going to be placing it. So before we start sewing onto the elephant head, we're going to grab our wool and kind of pull it through the first single crochet, just to kind of have a starting stitch to start sewing off of. Now here's where we're going to start sewing the ear on. You're going to want to do it a few rounds above the eye, maybe like 4 or 5 rounds above the eye. and in line with the back of the leg. Now we're going to go through the back of the elephant ear and go to the next round. And as we do this, we're going to curve it a little bit, so you might have to go back a few stitches for the next round. Might sound a bit weird, but in the video I'll show you. You see I'm pulling through the wool here, and I've gone into a stitch that's a little bit behind the rest of them. And just a note, you don't want your ear to be too close to the elephant's eye. For example, you wouldn't want it to be too close like that. If it's just covering it like here, that's fine, but you just don't want it to be too close, because then it's just going to look a bit weird. Anyway, I'm going to speed this process up, but pretty much we're just going to do what we did before, where we're going into the back of the elephant ear and then coming out the front. And then into the next round, we're going to insert our needle, and we're going to keep on repeating that until we have sewn the elephant ear onto the body. So now that once we've finished sewing the elephant ear on, we're going to have to tie off the end. Now the way that we're going to do this is we're going to insert our needle into the bottom stitch, like the stitch that we've just finished sewing in, and then we're going to create a small knot in the loop. And a good way to pull the end back into the elephant is by inserting your hook far away from where the wool is coming out of. As you can see here, wrapping the wool around the hook and just pulling it through the elephant. And now if there's still a little bit poking out, you can just use the back of your needle to stick it in. And there we go. That is one elephant ear done. So I will speed this part up, but we're going to repeat that process for the second elephant ear on the other side of the elephant. So now we are up to the final part of the assembly, which is the tail. So we're going to be sewing the tail on where its hair will go, right above the back two legs. So first we're going to thread our needle with the wool, and like before, I'm just making that little bit and make it a bit easier to sew, but as you can see, this is pretty much where we're going to sew our tail onto. So the first thing you're going to want to do is stuff it, just so it's not just a flat crochet piece, it's got some volume in it, I guess. And obviously, once we're near the end of sewing, we can stuff more. So the first thing that we're going to do is insert our hook just above the left leg, the back left leg, and using a basic sewing technique, we just sew the tail around the elephant. As you can see here, I'm inserting it into one stitch that has already been made, and then inserting it to one stitch from the tail, inserting it from one stitch from the elephant, then one stitch from the tail. And we're going to continue this until we finish the tail. And obviously, once you get to the end, you can keep on stuffing it if you need, if you feel that it's not quite plump enough, or if you want to take some stuffing out, you think, oh, I've overfilled it, feel free to do that too. So around about here is where I'm ending off. I've just created that little knot just to make sure no ends come out, and using my crochet hook, you pull the bit of wool into the piece just so it's not flailing around everywhere. And if you've pulled out a little stuffing along with it, that's completely fine. You can just, using the back of your needle, just kind of poke it back into the stitch. And once you're done, you can just kind of fluff it up so it doesn't look like there's a hole or anything. There shouldn't be one, but if it looks like there's a bit of a hole, just feel free to fluff it up. And there we go. That's the elephant. Yep, that's the elephant. I really appreciate anyone who's come to use this pattern. This is my first ever actual pattern. Most of the time I've just used patterns from other people. But I'm really excited. This is my first, or my second long form video on YouTube, but my first ever pattern. I'm really happy with how the elephant has turned out, and I really appreciate if you could leave a like, possibly subscribe. If you could leave a comment with anything I could improve, I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, bye guys!